Well, hi all, this is Brett here, and welcome to my new YouTube channel. And for my first video on this channel, I am back at the Boaz Factory Outlet Center. I was last here in 2019, so it's been 7 years ago already. And there has been a lot of development on this land since then. In fact, there's live construction going on right now. They're working on the parking lot. So I guess they're repaving it, and they're going to smooth it all out and make it look really nice. And yeah, so this is the original factory outlet center. Was a tourist attraction, really, not just a shopping center. We used to come here, like I was here with my parents when I was a kid. We would come here all the time and shop, and it would be really, really busy. There was just so many stores, and like it was a real tourist area. People would come here from many miles. They would travel here from a long distance just to shop here. It was a big deal. I mean, you wouldn't think a shopping center would be that big of a deal, but it was. But now in 2026, they are working to spruce it up, and they've demolished a few more of the buildings, and then they've remodeled a couple of others. And they've built a recreation center with a pool and everything. So yeah. So a lot of changes. So let's just get out here and take a look. Well, here it is, guys. I told you there was live construction going on. I mean, they are just working on this entire parking lot. And they have a lot of the parking lot blocked off, though you can still get in. They got a couple of stores still open here. You got this Young Financial Group. You also got the 19th hole. Looks like that's a golf place or something. And then a couple other stores here on the end. Then you got Alabama Firearms Academy. And I'm not sure if this is the original building that used to be here and they just completely remodeled it, or if they demolished the old building and then rebuilt. I'm not entirely sure, but it definitely looks a lot different if they remodeled it. And then you got other stores down there. Zooming in too close there. But yeah, you can see all the construction. And I think this is still the bowling alley that used to be here, but of course they've remodeled the building. There's that Trinket Center, and I think that Grumpy's Restaurant is still there too on the end. But there used to be other buildings down there on that end, you know, right there, and they've demolished those. But yeah, I mean, they're really working on this place. We're gonna drive around and we're gonna go over there on that side and see what's over there. Here we go. Going to spin around here. You can see the old Key West Inn there. It is still there. That's where people would stay at years ago when this place was very busy. And my mom said we did stay in that hotel when we first came here. I think it was in the top level there. I think it may have been that very room, she said. And back then it was really nice. I don't know about now. But we should be able to turn in right here and get to the other side. Yeah, Grumpy's is open. And Thunder Alley is open as well. So I think we can park here and probably just walk right there. Yeah, Grumpy's is open 6 a.m. to 2. And that's where we were at over there. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, this is like, so right there is that corner store that I thought used to be the toy store years ago. It may not have been, but as you can see though, they have completely remodeled the buildings and gave them a fresh paint job and everything. And I've never been in any of these shops. Last time I was here, I didn't actually go in any of the stores and shop around. This time I'm going to. But it's nice to see new life being brought into this place. It is kind of bittersweet to see the old buildings get remodeled and demolished, and but it's cool to see that they are bringing new life to this area. So now we're at the other end of the building, right next to Grumpy's, and these steps here look like they may have been the original steps, but obviously there's a lot of construction going on here too. And this is where the other buildings were, right here. They've since seeded the grass, and so now it's just a field. But they might build something there in the future. You can still see the old Liz Claiborne sign. And I do think the Liz Claiborne is still open. I think it's over there. And there's that recreation center that they built a few years ago, and that's where the West Point Pepperell used to be. It used to be way down there, and they've since cleared all that out, and they built this. And so yeah, this is what it looks like now as of January of 2026. Here's Grumpy's. I think they're open. And this Trinkets place is actually closed. They're only open Wednesday through Saturday. So they got a lot of cool stuff though. Now here we are at the Little Lots. The Little Lots is still open. It's been here a long time. There's no construction going on here, which I'm glad to see. Though it looks like they did maybe repaint the building a little bit, but other than that, this still looks pretty original. But yeah, there's a couple stores open on this end. Of course, the Little Lots, I'll be going in there. But this still looks pretty original though, like it did years back. They just so they didn't do as much remodeling to this area. And here we are in the Little Lots. Lots of hardware, gardening tools and stuff. Still looks the same, even after all these years. They got the flowers up there. We're leaving the Little Lots now. Just walking up this walkway. And I remember me and my dad would walk up here all the time and use the restroom in there. And then we would walk down there. And there's one other shopping center on the other end. That's where all the construction's going on that side. Come up here. know if these used to be stores here on that end or over here. They probably were at one point. Clean, refreshing public restrooms. Restrooms are for center customers only. Yeah. I don't think there's anybody in here. I don't think that's super clean. I'm not even going to show what's in there. Nope. I wouldn't say this is super clean. I mean, it does work though. So me and my dad would walk down here, we'd cross this street, walk along this sidewalk here. We walk down these steps. Hear all the construction going on over there. But we would walk down these steps so that we can meet Mom for lunch at the Burger King that used to be right here. Now, last time I was here, there was nothing here, but now it looks like it's Pink Magpie? Picker's Paradise. I wonder what that is. I don't know if that's a restaurant or it might be a thrift store or something. Looks like it might be a thrift store. Here's the other shopping center. This actually looks pretty empty today. Yeah, they're closed too. They're only open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Well, looks like that sign's completely gone. This is a gym, and this is what they call the Piper Station. It's very windy here, so I'm sorry if you're hearing a lot of wind noise. And Charlie's Upholstery. Pet grooming. Froggies and Frills. I thought there was something here, but it looks like it's... I mean, they got it blocked off. It looks like the Liz Claiborne is not here anymore. There's the spot. Blue Roots and Family Care. And it looks like that's it. That looks like some kind of I don't know what that was. Okay, now we're leaving Little Lots. So now I'm going to try going by. I'll try going back there and see if I can see any more stuff. I wouldn't mind going in there and checking it out, but everything is closed on a Monday. Well, not everything, but and today's a holiday anyway. It's Martin Luther King Day. I've never been down this road before. I wasn't sure if that was blocked off or not. I think it is. Okay, we'll turn in here. B&C Music. I wonder what that is. But this is the Village. We never actually shopped here back in the day. I don't know if this was here back then. I guess it was. This is the back of the new buildings, or the remodeled buildings. We got a church, New Day Christian Center, Pursuit Academy, EMA, Twisted Roots Hair Salon, and this used to be the Tommy Hilfiger building, and then it was Milena Del Rey's, and now it looks like it's nothing. And here's Rack Room Shoes. It looks like they're still open. Just Dance Academy. And then there's the event center. Looks like this is called, this is the Pickers Prime Market. You can see a lot of label scars right there. I can't quite make them out, but... And check this out. You can still make out the old Vanity Fair sign. It's really faded now, but you can still see it. It's just a little reminder of what used to be. And speaking of the Vanity Fair, here it is. So this used to be the actual factory that the shopping center is named after. I don't know what they used to make here, but you can see here they have done some work to this. They have painted it orange, but I don't know what their plans are about what to do with this, if they're going to put something in here or what. I mean, they may have just painted it so that it looks nicer and it's not so much of an eyesore. But, I mean, you can see they tore down the sign here in the front. And they've painted it orange and green. But other than that, it looks like they haven't really done anything to the inside. But yeah, this used to be the Vanity Fair outlet store, and they would have other stores too. The signs for them would be out here. And again, you can see how big the parking lot was. And I think this is a church here. I don't know if they still use it. They might. But yeah, I guess that's all of the outlet center. Most of the attention is right there, where they're remodeling the whole parking lot. And you can see the live construction going on right there still. I'm surprised they're working on a holiday, really. And it looks like there's a bookstore right there. And we also have lifetime epoxy floors. So yeah, they are working on this, and I am happy to see that they are, bringing new life to this area instead of just leaving it, to just rot away. So maybe when they're done with all this, maybe they'll work on the Vanity Fair side over here. I'm not sure, but they say that it'll be good once it all gets done. Alright guys, well I guess that'll do it for now. It's been nice revisiting this place again. I might come back another year or two later and see what else is different. But for now though, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And I will see you next time.